Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Prescott off play action.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
A leap in. He's got it. He got it.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The Cowboys hit 6-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Will be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
On first down, Richardson.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline.
Touchdown, Colts!
John Hightower,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that challenge, a successful one.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. First and 10, it's Richardson. He's got his man, it's Pierce.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Richardson working from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. And what do coaches tell us all the time, CD? We've got to get our playmakers more involved, and certainly running with the football is one way, and it paid off right there.
And you're talking about paying off to great effect. How about the big explosive play? that was a result of that play call. Big-time execution on that one.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating his tackle, tight end, wide receiver on that side. They gave him access to the corner and allowed him to build up that head of steam. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Slot man moves right.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he's got some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. He'll swing this out to Moss. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Working with second and 5 now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Here's Richardson to throw. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On the ground with a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and a yard, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On play action, Prescott.
They'll fire this deep for Gallup.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. That's complete to Hightower.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. and they're set up better for third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson.
And this is going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Prescott.
Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll run for it with Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Second down. Here's Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Taylor on first down.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Richardson now on 2nd down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Richardson.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Richardson to throw it. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Richardson.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Damone Clark.
And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Richardson looking to throw it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion. Now Richardson.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Richardson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. One last shot for Richardson.
He's going to let it fly.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Dallas, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans.